Isn't that such a great intro?
I love it. I've been humming it like every day at the tables. I can't get over it.
Just the other day, after we were doing stuff, we were sitting here in the room, and I'm sitting there tapping my legs, and it's like we couldn't stop. But we want to give props where props are due, right? Chris Jones created that intro music for us.
What a guy.
I asked him last minute to like create an intro, and he put that together, and I was like, "Wow, chef's kiss! This is perfect."
Yeah. I hope Chris never realizes how valuable and impressive he is, because we would lose him in a second. He would be off like making movies in Hollywood. So Chris, thank you so much. We threw him this idea, and like a day later we had an intro cut up and the music and everything. Chris Jones.
Yeah. Today's Sunday, right?
Yes.
This vlog idea happened 6 days ago.
Yes.
We were talking on Monday night, and we were like, how about a vlog?
Let's do a vlog.
Why wouldn't we do a vlog? And here we are now on day number 4 of our vlog.
Woo!
I don't know how it all spun up so quick, but yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out and watching stuff. So, yeah, yesterday was a good day. So you didn't play any tournament poker, but you played cash. How did cash go?
It was awesome. I love playing cash. Why do I ever play tournaments? Cash is so much fun. I walked into the Horseshoe poker room just around the corner from the tournament area. They're a relatively new room. Had a fantastic time. Great staff, really fun people there. I even met a couple folks that had traveled with other rec poker people before. Kim Kilroy and Elizabeth Bennett Martin and Stuart Carriage were all instantly recognized by this new friend I made at the table yesterday. So that was great. Had a really good time. Very swingy table. Lots of ups and downs. Ended up like a buy-in or two or something like that. I just had a blast. I love playing cash. More cash. But you were getting busy yourself, I think, weren't you?
Yeah. So everyone saw the updates from yesterday's vlog, but it was a swingy day. So to recap, like first level, I went down to 30 and then back up to 50. These are hour levels, so I went down 20K, which at that point is 100 big blinds. Then went back up 100 big blinds. Then the next level went down to 20K, which at the 300 level was again going down 100 big blinds. And it stunk. I was at level 3 and I'm like, nothing's going my way. This just sucks. But what I told myself was like, I've had 20K at the 200, 400 level of tournaments before. These are super long structures. Who cares what everyone else has? Average stack doesn't matter. And I just kept playing pots, kept getting good hands. My bluffs were getting through, my value was getting called, and then just like slowly, gradually like moved my way up. And then around dinner I was like 95K, 100K or something like that. And then first level after dinner, I hit a huge hand where on the vlog, we called it an oops-a-meter. It shouldn't have been a turn call from me. Why am I calling when I'm very commonly only drawing to 4 outs? But we hit the miraculous 4-outer on the river, and the guy check raised us and was going to put us in the just a jam, because we so often on an ace queen 10 7-4 board, the way it played out, like we rarely have king jack because we shouldn't call turn. We have a lot of like ace king, ace queen, ace 10, all that jazz, and his set is just going for value a ton there, but we just have the one hand that snaps him off, and he's a really good player, and he was like confused, and that's how I know I made a mistake.
Although it's a Bluffsterini approved method to make the wrong move at the right time. That can be a key to success, so don't be afraid to make the wrong move every once in a while, and you just don't get to find out later and if it was the right time or not.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, then the rest of the night went pretty easy. We had some all-ins, some calls, won some, lost some. Ended up bagging 221K.
Boom.
Yeah, and you've got 95?
98.5, yeah. So I'm coming in with about 30 big blinds, and Taylor has basically the rest of the chips that are in play in the tournament.
No. There's a ton of chips out there. I don't know. I looked it up, so I was trying to figure this out. I think there's about 400 million in chips out there. So yeah,
so you are saving some for the rest of us.
There's a lot for us to both go get. So yeah, it's going to be good. So we got that ahead of us. Yesterday on the vlog, I said we'd do some hand breakdowns later, but then the day got busy. I thought I was going to bust, and we were just going to like fill it with hand breakdowns. But today we'll talk about hand breakdowns. So one interesting spot that happened really early. I was the cutoff, and I raised to 800 at the 200, 300 level. And small blind called, big blind called.
Okay.
So we're going 3 ways to a flop. We've got ace-9 offsuit with the ace of spades, which is the somewhat important card to know here, but not too important. But flop comes out 9, 7, 3. So you get top pair, top kicker, feeling great. Small blind checks, big blind leads into us for 1,500. We always talk about like how do you adapt to other players playing differently and all this stuff. The big blind lead is really confusing, right? We've got top pair, we've got top kicker. What are they doing this with? So how I deduced it was I doubt they're doing this with a set of 3s or a set of 7s or even a set of 9s. We have that blocked. Feels like a lot of like single pair hands or draws. It was a rainbow board, so it's less likely that they have a flush draw. They lead 1,500 into us. We raise them. We go to, I think it was 5K. He called. Yep. Turn was, I believe it was a lower card. I think it was a 5 of spades. No, 4 of spades. And he checks. We go again and bet another 5K. And he calls. Then the river is the 8 of spades.
Ooh.
So it went runner, runner, spade, and then I think the 8 is like the worst card in the deck for us. Because when they lead into us, they have a lot of like suited connector-ish types of hands, the 10-9s,
Yeah.
the 9-8s, the 7-8s. There's also a chance that they have 5-6 and hit a straight against us, but they didn't get crazy on the turn when the straight came in. But anyways, now they lead 5K into us. And I was like, man, like it's only 5K to call this. I still got top pair, top kicker. Like it feels safe, but at the same time, when is he ever leading when we're not beat?
Yeah.
But I called, even though I knew all those things, and he flips over 7-8 of clubs. He hit 2 pair on the river. Like we had him the whole way, but it was just kind of one of those frustrating spots where it's like, I know exactly what's going on. I played it well, but then the river just didn't work out for me.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We always talk about trying to imagine, does our opponent have a bluffing range, and what could they be value betting that we are beating? And I think that was what you were kind of thinking about in your head, like what's he going for value with here? Because it doesn't feel like that's a bluffing line, right?
No, yeah.
Although it's pretty good run out to try and take it away like that, but maybe a bigger sizing on it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a lower sizing. Just that lead spot, just like I knew it.
Yeah,
the flags were there. All the flags were there. Like I could have got away from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a frustrating one. That was one of the hands that like knocked us down to 20K. Granted, it was 10K here, 10K there, but like it goes quick. You can't have that go. But the second one, we'll be asking for your comments in the chat on what you would do here, because I think there's an interesting river spot, and I'm interested to see how everyone else views this. But this is interesting because it's the last hand before break.
Oh, yeah.
Which always has a weird dynamic to it, especially in this because it's a 3,000 plus player field. And there's like one bathroom nearby. So everyone is sprinting out of the room to try and hit the restroom. But how this one plays out, we're on the button, and it's a 300, 500, 500 level. The under the gun player limps. It gets to us in the button because everyone else had to go to the bathroom. It gets to us in the button with 7-8 offsuit. 7-8 offsuit. And I was like, why not? I'll limp too. I'm gonna have the button. I'm gonna have position. I'll take position over like a really strong hand. I'll take the really strong hand, but like position is great here. We call, small blind calls, big blind calls. So we're going 4 ways to a flop. The flop comes out Jack, 7, 5. Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. I fucked this up already. we had 8, 9.
Okay.
And it was Jack 8, 6.
Okay.
And small blind checks, big blind checks. Under the gun player now goes to 1,500. So they limped for 500. Now they're going 1,500. We call. We've got middle pair, other potential. Both blinds fold, and it's just us left. The turn comes in, and so what did I say? It was Jack 8, 6. 7 comes out, gives us potential straight to go with it, but we still just have middle pair. He bets 2,500, 2,500. We call. We've got the draws. And then the river was an ace of spades.
Oh.
And now he checks. And we're kind of in an interesting spot here where we've got like some value, but like not great value. So he checks to us, and like, this is where I want to know, what would you do? Do we check behind and hope that our middle pair is good? Do we thin value bet if we think our middle pair is good? Like, do we maybe bet 3,000 or something like that? Or do we turn our hand into a bluff? And if we turn our hand into a bluff, like, what do we do for sizing? Do we go pretty big here and try and get them to fold? So what would you do in chat? Type it in the comments. We'll see what everyone says, and then we'll reveal the results of what I did tomorrow on episode number 5.
5?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we're really doing it, buddy.
We're really doing it. So this is 4. We've gotten a whole way through this. We've got Monster Stack day number 2.
That's right.
We both got bags. Like, this all worked out. We set up the vlog just 6 days ago. We both bagged in a WSOP event.
Yeah.
We're coming back for more. So we'll have a ton of updates there. But yeah, it should be a good one.
Happy Father's Day, everybody. Go call your dad and tell them that you love them, and we'll look forward to catching up with you tomorrow for day 5.
Day 5.
Yeet.
Yeah. All right. All right, we're here on the second break. We both made it to the second break. Jim, I don't know how you've been doing. You haven't been texting me updates, but I know you came in with 98K, which there's going to be a lot of work left. How are we doing? Are we sitting on a bit, a lot? What's been going on?
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, so I got a double early, which is always a good feeling. Gave some of that back, won a few pots, got another double, had it up to about 300K. Now I'm sitting at like 240 or something like that, and we're like 100 off the money, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. How's it been going on your side?
Yeah, so we're, I think, just over 100, like maybe 140 away from the money. This next hour is probably going to go slow, but we'll see how it is. But for me, I started with 220K today. Actually, like, it's surprisingly kind of played a swingy, like, first level, was up and down. But just in the past hour or so, won a bunch of like good hands. Moved it up to 360, up to 420, and now at 450.
Yeah, man.
Sitting here. So I'm at like 1.5x average. You're just below average. Average is 300K. So yeah, no, this is awesome. We're 100 away. We both have pretty comfy spots. This is awesome. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Just keep it together, guys. Let's do something here.
We can do this.
If somebody busts, you have to pay out. If somebody goes out.
Well, that's a face of a person who just cashed a WSOP bracelet event. Hey.
How about that?
Both of us did it. We did it. Yeah, the min cash came through. So bubble burst about an hour before dinner break, and now we're on dinner break here. How'd it go for you?
It was pretty just white knuckling it for a while there, to be honest with you. Although I gotta say, they were dropping like flies. And as my buddy Jeff on Twitter said, just don't be a fly. So I just refused to be a fly and just sort of hung around. I've got about 15 bigs now, and I think we're like 2,600 locked up and ready to double up and go for the win.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I got into the money with just over average, or a decent amount over. I think I had like 400 or so, but then lost a whole bunch like right away. Played one hand, lost, called it all in, lost. Got shoved on, folded. So now we're down. We're about 190 for
chip stack, which is going to be 15 bigs or so when we come back. So it'll be all right, but wish it was better. But hey, still alive.
Yeah.
Chip in a seat, as they say.
Oh my God, this guy's ridiculous. But he's a ridiculous guy that got his first WSOP bracelet cash today. And I got my very first asterisk-free WSOP cash. So I'm feeling pretty excited too.
All right, cool. Well, Jim, let's go run it up.
Do it! See you soon.
All right, a long, successful day in the books. Jim and I both cashed on day 2. We busted out shortly one after another. We both lost to pocket nines. I had ace queen and jammed, got called by pocket nines, and Jim jammed king queen. I got called by pocket nines. So we were both out. I was 830 in terms of place, and I think Jim was around like 770 or something like that. But yeah, 2 good runs for us, 2 cashes in WSOP bracelet events. So a good day in the books for us. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to get some rest here tonight. Jim said, hey, I'm going to go play some cash. So you can't stop that guy, I guess. But that'll be it for episode number 4. Tune in tomorrow, episode 5. That'll be the last episode that we have. We'll see what we're up to for the last day of the vlog. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Peace out.